Oh, what's up? Where we at? Where we at? 314. What's up?
What's going on, bro?
What's up, coach? What's up?
Sweet baby Ray, what's going on?
What's up, my man? How are you?
It's Coach Cuddy here.
Oh, it's Steve Cunningham,
Yeah,
man.
no,
Man. Or
Kev,
Cunningham,
Kev,
my bad.
Kev Cunningham.
What's
Kev.
up, Kev?
What's going on, man?
Hey, congratulations on the victory with Erickson Lubin a couple weeks ago. I thought he looked marvelous.
Yeah, man. We some fights you get a rumble, some fights you get a chess match. So the bottom line is to make sure you come out on top, whatever the situation is. You make the proper adjustments, and that's what we did. And Terrell Goucher, he's a elite 154 pounder, and so he knows what he's doing in there also. So nobody's just running across the ring and running him over. So it turned out to be a more of a chess match. So when you're in a chess match, you win chess matches. When you're in a rumble, you got to find a way to win a rumble. So that's how it played out, and we in got the win, and we in the mandatory spot. But what's going on, Ray? Man, it's good. I got two. I looked up and seen two of my favorite people on the team, so I had to give y'all a call. Man.
All right, we appreciate that, Coach Kev. That's love, man. That's love.
I appreciate it. Hey, Fred, I got a story about Kevin Cunningham real quick.
Okay.
Kevin, I met Kevin, and I don't know if you remember this, Kevin. I met Kevin Cunningham when I was 19 years old for Columbia College Radio.
You was a college student, man.
I was a college student. I was covering the sport. It was my first big fight that I was covering. And Kevin Cunningham came on and was in the corner with David Diaz when David Diaz beat Eric Morales at the Allstate Arena. And I remember interviewing Kevin because I'm a lifelong boxing fan. I'm like, man, Kevin Cunningham's with David Diaz. And Kevin gave me 15 to 20 minutes. Fred, he treated me like I was like Dan Rayfield or Kevin Iole. Or that's how he treated me when I was 19 years old. And I looked like I was 15, but Kevin treated me with respect and was just 100 with me the entire time. So I've known Kevin for well over 10 years, probably even 14 years, Kevin, something like that.
Yeah. And you were there when I think we fought. I had Corey Spinks fight on ESPN in Chicago.
Yep,
we did a lot. We did a lot of stuff on that when we were in Chicago. We did a lot of stuff during that time too. But yeah, I had David Diaz win the WBC against Eric Morales.
Yeah,
we spent a lot of time together on that one. Yep.
Man, those are some great memories and stuff. And what I love about you, Kevin, is that, and I mentioned this, you are a disciplinarian. It doesn't matter who it is. And I talked to Erickson Lubin, and I talked to a lot of the fighters. And Fred, you know this. Some guys, trainers, they change when a star comes in or whatever. Kevin Cunningham is the same all the time. And for me, that's even that much more respect for him.
Yeah, yep. That's
Lost you.
Some guys
you're back
can't
now.
handle that.
Yeah.
You get some guys that they want to be around trainers that kiss ass and do all that. I don't do all that. I'm gonna give you 100%. I'm gonna give you a great training camp, a great strategy, a great game plan, and make sure you're ready for elite level fights. But I ain't good at kissing ass, so I ain't the guy for that.
Oh, I love that, Kev. I'm excited to see you back. Who do you got next coming up?
I got a couple of guys in there, but we still waiting on some dates to see everybody about to get back in the gym and get rolling, but nobody has any dates just yet. We talking about some dates, but we don't have any dates just yet. But speaking on you guys were talking about Charlo a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Charlo fight either Caleb Plant or Benavidez.
Jamal at 160.
Jamal, yeah.
Okay,
Jamal.
Okay.
Jamal,
Mm-hmm.
not Jamel. Jamal. I'd like to see Jamal fight Caleb Plant or Benavidez if Benavidez can make 68. I think Jamal can go up to 68 and that way to fit him just as well as 60 because he's a big 60. So I like to see Jamal fight either one of those guys. I think that those two fights will make great fights for Jamal. What y'all think?
I like it. Fred, what do you think? I like them both.
That's a man. I would love to see how Jamal responds to Caleb Plant's tricks.
Man.
You know, like Caleb Plant is going to put him in a mental position that's going to make him either be a lion or be a puppy. You know what I mean? Like, because he's going to apply that mental pressure. If I was a betting man, I would have it 57-43 Plant right now. If you give Jamal 3 fights at 68, I would probably have it. No, shit, Caleb might be better. So I would have 57-43 right now in favor of Plant. I would suggest that.
I like them both, especially if the big fights for some reason or another at 60 can't happen for Jamal. I mean, look, go up to 68, get a couple fights in your belt, man. That him and Benavidez, though, I mean, that would be pure violence. I mean, that would just be violent all over.
Ray, you talked about him and Canelo, but if that fight, if politics prevents the big fight with Canelo with Jamal, can you imagine Jamal and Benavidez in Texas? Same scenario. You know,
you could put that at the baseball stadium at Minute Maid, and they'll sell out 40,000.
Yeah, man. So
I think Kevin's onto something. Fred, Kevin's onto something here.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah, I just try to look at a scenario to where the politics can't come in and interrupt and look at the path of least resistance. And, you know, these are fights that everybody's on the same side of the street. So those are easier fights to make. And they're also big fights. I mean, now Canelo is the big dog. That's the big horse. Yeah. So nothing's bigger than a Canelo fight. But, you know, Canelo's got legalities going on right now. It's a whole lot of stuff going on with Canelo. So, I mean, you know, I think these are 2 fights. If I was Jamal, these are 2 of the biggest fights that I think Jamal could possibly make, because I don't see anything else that you would call big at 160 for Jamal.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
I know that Eubank was talking about that he wants the winner of it and stuff, but I mean, you know, Eubank is an unknown quantity here in the United States. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
That ain't what you call a big fight.
Yeah, you're right. I mean?
Because now he's on pay-per-view now. So
exactly.
Yeah, you're right. I actually like that Benavidez Charlo fight. I like that. I like that's a middle of the ring fight that, like you say, pure violence. Ooh, I don't know who wins that one. I mean, I
like both fights. I like Plant, Charlo, and Benavidez Charlo. I like either one of those fights.
Yeah,
I'm with it. I like what Kev brought to the, you know, I like what Kev came up with. I'm a fan of both.
Yeah. So, you know, but both brothers looked really good the other night. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting a little more out of Rosario, you know, but hey, you know, it is what it is. You know, people can debate and predict, but you know, once the fighters get in the ring, the fights get, you know, fights play out the way they play out. And, you know, you can say he looked like a killer. I mean, especially at 154. I mean, that division is the most competitive division in boxing, because anybody can beat anybody in that division on any given night.
That's true.
It is my favorite division, and the funny thing about that, Ray and Coach Kev, is I like everybody down there. So I always like, God, I say I love y'all, but I got to do my predictions. I love all y'all. Don't get mad at me. I love all y'all motherfuckers. But yeah, that's a great division, man. I love them. I love them all. I have an average to good relationship with every 154 guy in that division. So It's well, maybe with not maybe not Jamel now because I didn't give him, but yeah, but I think all of them are fucking great athletes, great ambassadors for the sport, and they all are individuals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I mean, because
and you know, you saw my prediction, right? My
Mhm.
prediction was recorded out in the media. The press printed what my prediction was.
You called it.
You know, 8-round stoppage.
Yeah, you called
Charlo.
it. You did call it. I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, but I didn't expect that jab to. You know, I've never seen anybody get stopped with a jab to the stomach like that. But hey, you know, it was what it was. You know what I mean? So, you know, anybody can get hit with a shot, and you know, I guess he took the wind out of him or whatever. But you know, I think, you know, prior to that, I think Rosario had tasted some of that, some shots that, you know, he didn't like too well, and I think some of that had something to do with you know, that jab to the belly just was the end of it. You know what I mean?
When he was convulsing too, I mean, when they started reaching the count of 5 and 6, and he started convulsing, it was like, well, this one's over.
Yeah, I was like, stop counting.
That's I mean, there's no need.
Yeah, he ain't getting up, you know. So, but yeah,
but you know, hey, you know, like I said, I congratulate both brothers. They look terrific. They handled their business. They talk the talk. They walk the walk. You know, they taking on the big challenges. So you got to give them their props, man.
Yeah,
you know?
You're right. And
you know, you got even though my guy wants some get back, and I think he's earned the right. You know, he's put himself in the mandatory position for the rematch. So you know, that's what we're looking forward to. But we'll see what happens. You know how the game goes. You know, anything can happen, and you know, so we'll see what happens with that. But I think Lubin's a totally different fighter now, and I think that rematch will look definitely different than with the first fight. Look, that's for sure. So, you know, we're hoping to get the opportunity. So, you know, and if anybody deserves it, and Charlo is the man. He
is the man.
He's the undisputed junior middleweight champion in my eyes. I mean, he's got the big three: the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. You know, when I came along, I had undisputed welterweight champion. Corey Spinks was undisputed, and he had the WBC, the IBF, and the WBA. And anybody that won the big three majors, they were considered undisputed. I know this WBO is out there, but I mean, nobody even knows the guy that's holding that belt, Teixeira. So I mean, me personally, I see Jermell Charlo as the undisputed junior middleweight champion of the world. He's the undisputed champ.
I agree with Coach Kevin. Absolutely, 100%.
I mean, he's earned the right to hold that title in my eyes. So, you know, but you mean, like I said, that division, it's a hell of a division, and on any given night, anybody can be beat. I mean, you got Jared Hurd. He was the boogeyman at one time.
He was.
He got knocked off. Lara was reigning, you know, as reigning supreme at one time. He got knocked off. J-Rock knocked off the boogeyman Hurd. He got knocked off by Rosario. You know, Rosario got knocked out by Gallimore. Lubin beat Gallimore. You know,
yeah.
I mean,
it's musical chairs.
I mean, you know, the division those are the type of fights and divisions that'll help bring the sport back, because people want to see competitive fights. They want to see evenly matched fights. And I think the 154-pound division is the most competitive division. I'm not saying it's the greatest division in boxing, but it's the most competitive division, because everybody's like neck and neck in the division. The top 9 or 10 guys are they're right there. It's not like there's 1 or 2 guys at 154 and then there's a big drop off. You got like 7 or 8 guys that's right there neck and neck. You know, you can make some great fights when you got a division that's loaded like that.
Very true. I mean, he's spot on. Look, the top 10, anybody can be beaten. There's no easy fight there at 54.
It's tough. That's a tough way to make a living. That's a tough way to make a living, dog. I'm either losing weight or gaining weight. I got to make a decision. You know what I mean? That's a tough way to make a living because there's some guys I can get away with at 47. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, and then there's rumors that Derevchenko I saw where his management is talking about bringing him down to 54. So the division may even get even loaded, even more loaded.
And then you got Brandon Adams moving down to 54 as well.
Yeah.
Sheesh. It's a tough division.
Yeah. You know, Sean Porter, he's talking about fighting 1 or 2 more fights at 47 and going to 54.
Yeah, man.
You know,
I would like to see Sean Porter fight a tall guy at 54.
But you gotta realize this.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta realize this, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Porter fought in the Olympic trials and fought at the nationals and the amateurs at 165.
Yeah.
You know,
sure
you gotta look at Terrell Goucher. He went to the Olympics at 165.
True.
He was knocking people out in the amateurs at 165.
Man.
But you know, you gotta really know your boxing to know what you're dealing with, you know. You know, a lot of people kind of overlook Terrell Goucher because he's a little patient. You know, he could be a little more aggressive. But if you go after him real aggressive, he fights off his defense and he'll make you pay. You know, and so that's why when he's fought the top level guys, they haven't been just reckless with him because he knows what he's doing in there. You know, he's an elite fighter, whether you like his style or not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you know, the elite guys, you know, they made it takes a really elite guy to beat a guy like that because he's elite enough to make you pay if you make a mistake and you're reckless with him.
That's so true. Someone you don't want to be in his wheelhouse too long because then it could be,
right.
you know, he could turn your lights out.
Right. That's exactly right. So, Fred, man, you keep doing your thing, man.
I appreciate you.
The barbershop conversation, man.
We hot this motherfucker.
Is hey, man, you leading the way, man.
Thank you,
leading
dog.
the way out there on that YouTube.
Thank you,
leading
bro.
the way, man. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Sweet baby Ray, keep doing your thing, man.
You're right.
Appreciate it, Coach Kev. Always enjoy talking with you.
You know, it's a beautiful thing when I see you doing your thing at this level because I saw you when you first started, like you said, you was 19 years old in college trying to make it happen. Now you at the highest level doing it. Keep doing your thing, man.
Proud. I appreciate it, Coach Kev. There's a lot coming for you. Very blessed.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
You take care, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Kev.
Right.
Wasn't that awesome, Fred?
Yeah, what a spontaneous
man.
Super spontaneous. Thank you. You never know who's listening. And he wanted to fuck with you, man. So that's pretty dope. Dahlia has a question. Oh, by the way, Sweet Baby Ray's. Have you been there in Santa Monica, Baby Ray's or something like that?
I have not. No, I got a little bit of news to break to you. I moved back to Chicago a couple of weeks ago and stuff. So I'm back in Chicago and stuff like that. You know, wanted to come, be closer to the family and everything else, and you know. Kind of, you know, trying to change some things up a little bit, but you know what? I didn't go to Sweet Baby Ray's in Santa Monica, but you know, I got mad love for LA though.
Oh, okay,
I got mad love for LA, Fred.